Hello, how are you? How are you feeling today? Whatever you're feeling right now, may you have a great rest of the day. That's my wish from you. I'm really very, very happy now because we have my friend and a long time term guide, I would say, and someone whom, I'm a big fan of. I'm a big fan of her creativity. Uh, so she is Sharmila Biswas, Sangeet Natak Academy awardee, a great choreographer, dancer, and innovator. I've really seen you innovate through dance and expression. So she has a lot. She recently received the T2 award as well. If you allow me, I will give her all the possible awards in the world.
That would be really lovely.
Truly, from my heart. When I watch you, how you conceive any idea and then how you execute. And when I am there in the, as an audience, I'm mesmerized by how you represent a seed of thought to such beautiful movements and music and an extravaganza of that time. So I'll just say, how I reconnected with her. So I used to work with her when I was in college. So I was also a dancer, and she was one of my first employer who recruited me as an
employer. Oh my
Yeah,
God,
yeah.
that's a big term. Huh?
I was your repertory member, so
Yes.
I would get paid for dance, and I think that has been a really pleasure. But then I left dance, as you know, for many years. When I connected back, when from England I reconnected with my dance after 17 years. I came back in India, in Calcutta, and then I really wanted to reconnect with someone who was really moved a lot. And I was reaching out to many of my earlier dancer friends. But when I went and I saw I think Murchana, was it?
I think Tivoli Park.
Yeah.
Was it there?
No, it was in Gyanmanch only.
Okay, could be one of the productions.
And I was like, we were friends, but somehow my reaction was I actually went and I did pranam her, and she was like, "Shocked. What are you doing?"
I don't remember that.
Yeah, she does not remember what are you doing. But I was so immersed with what I saw. It was spiritually moving, Sharmila. It was really spiritual, and I can see that since 2015 now I am working very closely with you. I'm observing how you choreograph and all. Even in the recent last week, the production which I saw, I had the same feeling and the same goosebumps. So thank you for what you're doing for all of us in the art world.
We all have our qualities, I think, and we are, at least as far as you are concerned, I'm equally impressed by your work, the way you work and everything. I can go on and on and on. But anyway, let us continue with today's topic.
Yeah, thank you. So, so this is something which has been in my mind since I have been working on leadership. Leadership and performing art. What is leadership in the performing arts world?
Actually, what I feel, leadership quality and, creative qualities, these two are essential for every human being. They don't have to be a dancer or a leader of a, company. Every human being needs that to have a happy and balanced life. They complement each other. And the best part is both these qualities, leadership quality and, the artistic ability, they can be learned.
Okay.
This is my experience as I first was a student of dance, learning under Guruji. Then slowly, I was given responsibilities. Then slowly, I started growing my own institution. These are, these thoughts are not from any books or anything. From my own life, I learned. Life taught me, sometimes in a very hard way, what is what is it to be an artist, or what is it to be a leader?
So, what is it to be a leader? I feel it needs a lot of self leadership.
What is it to be a leader coming from an artist? If you ask me, you see, it's like this, that leaders have certain qualities. Leaders need to be, they need to have empathy. They need to understand. They need to be sensitive, because otherwise they cannot lead. And think about a performer. Even the performer wants whatever she's thinking, she wants to convey to her audience. She wants to convince them, about her art. So unless she has empathy, unless she's sympathetic, how will she understand her audience to be able to, bring them to her side? So this is where I think leadership, leaders and the artists are very, very similar. Then what I really believe that, leaders, they are not in front. They are in the middle, surrounded by their group, or they are behind their followers, actually pushing them forward and going through all the rigors, all the difficulties, ups and downs which the followers are going through. And as an artist, I feel that when I am leading, if I have to lead a group, I cannot go ahead. I have to be behind them to push them. That's what an artist is all about. If you want to maintain a group, if you want the group to convey your ideas to the audience, I would say that a leader has to be really artistic, creative. Artistic in the sense creative. Find out new ways. What is creative? When you are finding new ways and, and means. If this idea doesn't work, some other idea might work. So like that. So a creative person is like that, constantly innovative.
So I think you mentioned two things already. One is the empathy part of it. Leaders need to have empathy, which they need to communicate to the audience, the first part. And also that they need to be creative and they need to constantly innovate to again bring things which they have to do it through the team. I mean,
yes, they cannot. They are not isolated.
They are not isolated. So if I have to go back to the first point of the empathy and all, which is overall we say the emotions part of it, and I've really seen how you explain the through the Natya Shastra, the Abhinay, the emotions. Emotions do play a big part in Natya and of course the dance. Emotions, I know how you have depicted through one of your production also, through the Natya Shastras and all. As I was watching this, I was wondering, why not? This is something which everyone should know. I mean, this should be taught in schools. And I think we have also discussed about this. What are your thoughts on that?
Actually, who doesn't have emotion? Even the smallest of animals, they also have emotions. You can say it's not okay. You can say they're instinct. They're driven by instinct. But even then, a dog
have emotion.
Even plants have emotion. You know that. So we know that there is something which is driving us to do things. So, but where I feel Natya Shastra plays a very important role, I have discovered myself, I didn't know, that it makes you look at your emotions objectively. For example, suppose you are very angry. In a situation, you are very angry, but you don't want to show your anger. You don't want an emotional outburst. You are very emotional inside. You, as an artist, would know that what are the body language, what is actually making you look you're shaking in anger. So the moment you know the outer shape of anger, you will be able to control it. And even better is that Natya Shastra teaches you to analyze your anger. Why are you angry? Is this the cause and the reason? So very objectively, when you look at it, you are no longer angry. You learn how to process your anger. You very objectively you look at it and you can get out of it. So these are, I would say, life skills, what you call in your language. We call it Abhinay. Abhinay is a very complex process. By Abhinay, people think it's acting. It's not as simple as that. It changes you from inside outside. They change you completely.
So what I really like is what you mentioned is the moment you are aware of your outward expression of your anger,
Yeah.
then you know maybe this is not how I want to look like, or maybe analyze what kind of anger is it, and then process it internally and bring what you want to bring in.
Yes. Which part of anger? Suppose I want to actually show a part of my anger. I'm very angry with a child. So I am really angry, but I want to bring one part of anger out. I'm not, the part I'm saying, this child is going to grow up into a, horrible adult. I don't want to, express that. I want to express, look, I'm going to give you one slap if you don't listen to me. So you can use this very productively, in relationship, in building relationship.
You can use your anger productively
Very
building relationships.
Yes, yes.
That's so powerful. In fact, interestingly, we have something called a feeling wheel. Wheel in the science part of it. And we also say that identify how are you feeling?
Yes.
And then if you know about it, you move towards it. But I think there's so much to learn from our ancient wisdom tradition, which you're bringing in.
Yes, from ancient tradition, firstly, you learn how to keep quiet, when to talk, when not to talk. Silence. From our ancient tradition, we learn how to use words judiciously. Now, they say that when you're writing a sentence, one of the golden rules of Sanskrit writing is, when you're writing a sentence, if you can save one word, then it is like you have gained a blessing from above. So if you think you can make a sentence in 5 words, with 5 words, and if you can think that you can take out one word, but still you can express clearly, then that's a credit. So, what they're trying to tell you, don't be scatterbrained, don't be a chatterbox, because chatterboxes really don't convey anything. When you speak less, pauses, you have to pause. Why? Because you need pause to reflect. Our tradition teaches us to respect elders, to pause when they talk, not talk simultaneously. So that's a time when we reflect. So there are lots and lots of things which we can learn from our tradition. And to be very honest, I think traditional artists are the only ones who are actually holding on to those values. Some of us may believe, some of us may not believe, but it's there. It's there with us. We are studying it constantly. We are projecting these things constantly. So I think if we think a little more deeply, we can interact with the society, not just as entertainers on stage, but on these levels.
Right. Because, as you were explaining, I can see the how in the behavioral science also, how there are a lot of research happening in the same line.
Yes, yes.
But they are very new, I think.
Very new.
They may be also drawing from what we have learned.
See, body-mind centering or connection between body and mind, These subjects are very new, but now people are realizing the importance. They say that if you are a very lazy person, very lazy, you are lazy from inside, and you cannot motivate yourself to move, start by moving your eyes only. Faster, 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 faster. And you'll find that simple body movement is actually stirring inside you and making your mind move. It is not always that our mind is controlling our body is also controlling our mind. That way, dance can be a very, very important source of knowledge, source of very productive work, I would say.
So, body is controlling mind and mind is controlling body. That part I really understand. I want to know more about it. I really like that. This is almost like a tool that if you want to make yourself happy, you
make your body happy first.
That's why you exercise, and you start with your eyes.
Start with something very simple. You are too lazy to even raise your arm. So don't do anything. Start with your eyes. See, if you do it yourself, make number 8 with your eyes and you'll feel there's some churning. Yes.
That's so powerful.
Blink your eyes.
Right. It generates automatically.
It generates energy.
Yeah. After lunch, if I feel sleepy, I'll just
yes. Instead of and when even the thought of getting up and going, somewhere seems like a huge. Start by moving your eyes, snapping your fingers, like that.
And these
small
are all
things.
In our Natya Shastra.
All are there. All indirectly or indirectly, you will find them. Now these are, with the change of language, they are becoming modern science. But when I, hear anything coming from the modern science, I feel, we already had them. Only thing is, sometimes what I feel is really sad that we have them in sloka and we have this idea that we need to mug them up so they are not very attractive to us, to the students. But if they don't think of Natya Shastra as something like theory, which needs to be mugged up, if they take Natya Shastra as, as a science, as a very much a part of life, very close to life, then there's a lot to learn.
That's very powerful. So we need to bring Natya Shastra more to the ground, more to
yes. Actually, it's very grounded. We don't see it. That's the problem. It's very, very grounded. Natya Shastra is, whenever we think of, traditional performing art, we think of religion, spirituality, this, that, a lot, higher plane and all these chakras and whatnot. But if you read Natya Shastra, you'll find that it is the most, down to earth, practical textbook on human behavior.
I think we have given it the status of the 5th Veda and kept it away. And made it religious.
I think whenever we think of Veda is connected with religion, but it shouldn't have been, because Veda is debate, Veda is logic, Veda is philosophy, not a religion.
So I have a few questions which has come from my students and other people when they heard that I'm meeting you. So one of the questions is, how can the arts influence creativity and creative thinking? Yeah, they mean performing arts or arts, this world of arts.
How can artists influence art or artists influence other professionals?
Yes,
do you mean that?
Influence creativity.
Artists are not always creative, and those who are working, say, in the fields or something very very simple and is not always mechanical. You can do everything very creatively, making bed, for example, which I cannot do. So I'm not very creative in making bed, but I've seen people, the way they do it and all that. So it's the attitude towards work, your passion towards your work, which makes it creative. So artists are not extra specially creative or anything. It's just that they're dealing with very subjective, not very tangible. People do not see, transactional values, what we think. All these things are not there. So we get this thing that, okay, we are different, we are creative. But if you look at a surgeon can be a cobbler,
Yeah.
stitching.
Stitching.
A surgeon can be a magician, a creative person, isn't it?
So, I mean, you're defining the word creativity in a different way
Yes.
altogether. So, what I understand is it's not like artists are the creative world. It's a
No,
we always see
artists
creative
can be
world.
racehorses. That I learned a technique. And I have the structure, I have the technique, so I'm going to run. I'm not going to think where I'm going. So how do you call such artists? I have seen many like that. I'm sure all of us have seen that.
And
It's just that we don't think about it. Artist means very artistic and creative, that's all. Probably fuzzy, not very useful.
So, I want to draw that example of the making the bed. So, what I understand is creativity can be in anything which you are doing.
Yes.
Starting from making the bed to a surgeon who's actually doing surgery.
Yes. It's just that you're finding your own passion. Passion is creativity. Passion is something which makes you move, stir inside. So that's creativity. For me, passion is another name for creativity.
Okay. Passion, passion towards.
Passion for anything.
Okay.
If I have passion according to me, that when, as a teacher, I am responsible to sincerely teach you. The same teacher can be a guru also to somebody, somewhere, to somebody. But suppose a student comes and she wants to have certain information from me. I, as a teacher, and very honorably, very happily will give her the information to the best of my ability, and I remain a teacher with all my dignity without even trying to be a guru. You know what I mean?
So teacher is like I'm giving you this and you are receiving it or not, I don't know. But
No, you're receiving. You
it.
receive it as far as much as I can do. But beyond that, I don't say, okay, I know you have not received it. Okay, let me think what I can do about it. Oh, it's a very complex thing. That because I become a guru only to a person whom I know I can become a guru. That's also there. So just out of emotion or passion, I cannot say I am a guru.
Right.
Or a student cannot say, you are my guru.
The commitment has to be much higher.
Commitment and the ability to take.
Right.
Suppose a person who cannot dance at all has 2 left feet, and I say I'll become a guru. I can become her spiritual guru or some advisor or guide. I cannot be her dance guru.
So Sharmila Di, when I see your productions, it is so clear. I really understand what you're trying to communicate. So I feel that artists have a clear vision and clear vision, and they have an ability to portray it. How can leaders or normal people learn from this? Because it's so important.
Artists have clear visions. No. In fact, I would say the artists are honest about it. They are as fuzzy and blurry as anyone. We see things. We have this strange Neptunian quality, which all artists have. Surgeon artists also have. They have a dream, floating. Like so many doctors have. They want to do something, and so many others have. So these are like dreams. Floating.
Okay.
And that's a Neptunian quality. And they're not very clear. Some of the dreams they might like to catch or they have the ability to catch. And then it seems that it's very clear. But by taking 1 or 2, they're rejecting so many. Because it's the ability to understand which are mine, which can be mine, which I can express. But when an artist is creating some work, I feel the artist is responsible. When creating some work to display, then I feel the artist is absolutely responsible to make sure that people understand and appreciate and they are benefited.
I think that's a very important point which you are bringing in. The responsibility towards what I am.
Responsibility towards, but you also, I have also seen artists, they don't express it like that. They said, I don't know, I'm just creating. But whatever they create, people love it. So the artist is not being able to articulate, but she is actually creating something which is beneficial for the human race.
I mean, one of the key competencies, as we say in our language, is to be creative. Leaders has to be creative.
Yes, in any situation, good, bad, you have to be creative to get out of a situation.
Right.
Poverty, they say, for artists especially, true. Poverty is the mother of any innovation. Invention. So it is very, very true for us because we are constantly fighting, struggling for money. So I remember the best costume I made. It worked out to be the best costume made of packing, the cloth with which, the material with which you do packing. I dyed those material black and put some green border. They looked great. And people say, oh my God, wow, Odisha is producing such beautiful, saris and all that. So the fact is that I could afford to buy even ordinary material. The packing cloth I had, I used them. I had money for dying only. So I feel the more, I remember when I was a child, there were years where till the age of 6, 7, 8, I didn't have toy. I didn't have toy because people didn't have the time to give us toy. We were in a situation like that. But honestly, I used to make dolls out of matchstick bottles and whatnot, and make houses out of shoe boxes. And those dolls, any less prettier than the dolls which came later from abroad, with their golden hair and blue eyes. So it's all in your eyes. So I don't believe in Barbie doll situation, let's say.
I love it when you say poverty drives innovation.
Yes,
that's a great
always,
example.
always,
That's a great
always,
example
always,
of,
always. The poverty, I mean, when you explain it as something which you are struggling, seeking, you are producing your hands, that's poverty for me. You are stretching your hand. Give me. I want. That's poverty.
Okay. But that can be for anyone, I think poverty is also in the mind.
Yes,
it's
in the mind. It's a mind.
It's in the mind of...
poverty, but then if you can be very poor, but you don't want to stretch your hand. Yes. You want to stay, you are happy with rice and salt. Then you are not poor.
Right. Poverty is when you stretch your hand.
Yes. And say, I want.
And when you say, I want, you drive innovation.
You find out different things. So you figure out a way to get it. That's poverty. And that's lovely.
Wow. It's a very different perspective. So Sharmila, we have spoken about this earlier, and you felt that leaders need to have some kind of a hobby. Everyone needs to have some kind of an art form or a hobby. Why is that so?
Actually, most of the time, the kind of work we are doing is very transactional. Okay, I'm going there, it's a job, and I work 5 days a week or 6 days a week because I get something, in return. That takes care of all these kind of, things going on. And we need to go to an area where we are doing it just for the fun of it, for the happiness, which, that's a hobby.
Right.
Where everything, what in Bengali we call it michi michi. That's the truest, that's the truth actually. Whatever you do michi michi is the only thing which actually holds you together. So that's why I feel it's very important for anybody. Like my dance is my profession, right? So at some point it also becomes okay, give and take kind of, it's a business. So I also need a hobby which is different from dance, however simple or whatever it is.
I love that. Michi michi. So we need
to do michi
something.
Michi is always the right thing for you to do.
Which will create it's a different field.
Which will keep you going, which will keep you really going, happy.
What do you do for michi michi?
Well, probably you will not like the answers. Michi michi things, I love going through recipes. Right now, my passion is to make ice cream out of bananas. My passion is to make food which is healthy to eat and tasty. I'm a great foodie. So there are so many things I do michi michi. I have this pool, little pool where there are like water lilies. So that's all michi michi. I don't need, there are so many like that, small things. But for me, those small things are very big.
That's such a beautiful and strong word to say, that we need to have something which is michi michi. I'm going to copy that.
Michi michi. Without any, michi michi means without any practical reason why you're doing it. When we say the entire universe is all like this, like a bubble, uh, which is the actual truth. We also believe in that, to a great extent. When all our reasons stop, we end with that. So a simple thing like Michi Michi is also very, very true. That what we do just like that for the fun of it. Even just getting up and dancing for 2 minutes for fun of it, that's the, with those small Michi Michi, a big life is made. The power of those small happiness.
So, tell me more about this small happiness.
Actually, we are always keeping everything on hold because we are looking for this big happiness, something big and permanent, which never comes. So, life is much happier if you are actually gathering like small flowers, these small happiness every day, new ones, and let go at the end of the day. Because tomorrow will be another day and there'll be more of those small happinesses. So that's the way life becomes big and happy. Not by looking for the ultimate joy, ultimate happiness. There's nothing like that, I feel.
We need to fill our life with small,
Yes.
mitty things and
Yes.
make it an overall happiness.
Yes. As long as you are not, it's not at the cost of somebody else's happiness, that you don't have any right to do that. Yeah.
So, Sharmila, you have experienced coaching and you have also shared with a few of your students. So, what is your experience about that? What do you want to tell?
Well, it has been all this what I've been telling you, articulating. It is all because of, a lot of it is because of coaching. It has opened. Maybe I had them inside me somewhere hidden. Let me tell you, the coaching has really helped me because it has made me realize what I am inside and how the world sees me. There was a huge difference. And the coaching has helped me to analyze that. And the book, that book which came out after assessment, I treat it almost like, almost like Bible. Because I read it every day, sometimes, not every day, but sometimes I'm reading every day and I'm rediscovering myself.
So, any other last thing which you want to say to this world of performers who's listening to you for today? Because what I really understood is we need to have many more conversations. There's so much more that we can, that you can share with the world. So, for today,
You know what? I'm just sharing a thought. We all talk about, in our days, things were so different. It was so good. There's nothing called our day and your day. What I see, it's today. And I can never say that our days, when I was younger, things were better. I can see good and bad. I could see then, and I could see now equally. Nothing really changes. So this is the message I give to the world. Don't think that you are living in a big bad world and things used to be better earlier. You can make it better now. Happiness, if you seek happiness, you'll never find it. Happiness is about those, as I told you, the things you do every day. When I adopted my cat, it made me very happy. She scratched me yesterday. So I was angry, but I was very happy to see the mark. I thought that she's got very nice nails. So these are all happinesses.
so you decide to be happy. And
I
not
decide. As I told you that I'm a great foodie. So eating gives me a great deal of happiness, but getting fat doesn't. So
balance.
Trying to. It's not that I'm winning all the time, but then
that's the michi michi thing.
That's the michi michi thing again.
Okay. Thank you so much, Sharmila, for your time, and you could make time amidst your very, very busy schedule. and spending time sharing your thoughts here with us. But we do look forward for many more.
Yes, I also enjoyed a lot here, and I look forward to having more sessions.
Thank you so